CTV, Ghana's #1.
The weekend frontline tonight secure an exclusive one-on-one with Hobson Adoye, a former member of the governing party NPP. Meanwhile, until his untimely departure from the party, he was also a security operative at the National Security Agency in charge of the VIP at Kotoka International Airport. In a related development now, the Director of Special Duties for the Movement of Change, Hobson Adoye, has vowed to invoke curses on anyone who aims to tarnish his image, particularly targeting members of the governing party NPP. Tonight, Hobson at the front line to, of course, do all or make all to do with the issues before, during, and after. I am Kwaku, Annan. Of course, this is your weekend frontline live tonight across dozens of stations picking the feed, including Sunyani 88.9 FM picking the feed. We're live in Western Region on Tadi 99.1 FM, and we are live here in the capital on Accra FM or Accra 100.5 FM here in the capital. We're live across the Atlantic on GOB in London. Of course, GOB is picking it, or you can get GOB on TuneIn or modernghana.com or on www.gobtv.tv. We're also live on the Superhighway, YouTube, Facebook, on my CTV GH, Facebook, YouTube, all picking the feed. Let's get started. Weekend frontline anime do we remono. And I read here. You do be the weekend and kasa, and somewhere be bano and what ding. As somewhere dahwa and koma ye be dini na trese. I am here tonight to secure this one-on-one, exclusive one-on-one with Hobson Adoye. Can only ye name himself Hobson not oye, a member of the governing party NPP. Says you nya go no mubio. SMP now cost ever since Hobson untimely departure from the New Patriotic Party. Kaneno na Hobson any MP before. I've known Hobson years. As a journalist, I hosted Hobson a couple of times on radio, again on television. Hobson ya branti be obon homodin yesu MPP mpapa. Tell say afi nsem bi start say eponopono a nina koko wie say de daye koso ya ne Petri na Hobson e di free MPP. Ebra na Hobson wo MPP no at a point Hobson ekopie national security na obeye national security operative a MPP for ye per vote ye den yo NPP any too much vote and I said party ni hu nheda nye nkrofo ho akono ewo the Volta region all the way to Ekuremu wo ho mo amuni na edwuma Hobson Adoye eye ewo Volta region all the way to Aflao and the environs no papa and obeka bi akere Juma Odiye in the New Patriotic Party, now the governing party. No. And no more year MPP no. And no near Baby Chibi. Before, during, say we free party. Say Kwaku dom ekua ye from the movement for change. Allen Kodrochira maintain Odano. na nua omuko ejeso omuko e no omuko support independent candidate no enioma ko ye. Yes, the independent candidate no you know, very unprecedented. He made a very, you know, big time mark. Actually said na enye adia e wo from kra with the able support of Alan Kojochire Mantin womuko hwe manioma ekoyi papa make us say no Hobson enso ena no the field commander ewo ejeso ho a enioma e course no na enye easy wo ho ene obebiensam so Hobson Yalvi Adoye. He's a brother, not a friend. Yaya nyome hesiye penyo. Eno be bien samsu jafaya. Me kemi ben obi say, "Hi, Kwaku, and Hobson is one of the aggrieved people." Or aggrieved of what? If we are Ghana here, when Ghana for nya aggrieved na winim sa. Ghana for na ye agreeable and the Hobson maybe Hobson the any Hobson raised to the power 4 aggrieved. So yeah, mathematics, yes. And our back can say that's fine. Hobson Adoye enemy baby exclusive one-on-one. It was studio had tonight. But before Hobson Bebano unim ze, the first segment here then Ghana speaks. Na asem kesie bi na meyi ato ho asem kesie bi meyi ato ho na duwe na last 2 weeks any week na migusu ameka asem bi kire o se woman penny his excellency Adodanko Akufo-Addo say oye wo president so onye wo president whether or not you recognize him you don't. But the America chira on say uko nko to dwe nim so a na why den mo de mpaye kakra bi edi o man pani ni chi migusu ka asem we kira mu o me say muslimi fo Hare Krishna fo Baha'i fo Gnostics fo Mason fo e Christo fo obia samoko munko to dwe enimu a for the sake of say now he remains the president of this republic. From Paya Kakra Idi Oman Peninichi. Nifi koye any nifi baye. Mesrao. So yes. Look, it should not become one too many. For Ghana, the 4th Republican Constitution, to, as it were, to recognize. And now so say, yet the bedia to me say, Oman Peniti Akunaswa, Yentune Fiadia Swa. Obeyira and obewu and obey say aden no anya de papa but reason why menemo kasa na kire say mununkum bi ekata oman so enya papa no folks me say mununkum bi ehata yeso enya papa Ebria menemu ka say Ghana speaks me be ko short break me ba Ghana speaks ebe take your basha no so say answer na me ko break no Ghana mpanimfo we nim bebi omo wo bia moma wo maso emra ifi ha say the Inspector General of Police Dr. George Eku Fudampare mesremo openi bia wo hwe programming se wonim no a yesre wo ka kire se oma naso emre fi ha ne nkra ebedi ha say the Chief of Staff of the governing party NPP at Jubilee House Mami Fremo say opare mon kan kire se yesre no oma naso emra ha say Dr. Isaac Owusu Mensah, the Director of Research Office of the President oma naso emra ha say. Yes. And then I think the last person, the National Security Coordinator, Ora Kwaku Asumeni, Yesrao, Mwaso Emre Fihase. Any person himself for na and Mabubo Mudin. Make a short break, me ba. Ghana speaks. Efa Sampin in Fuego. Yabebu Bon Masha, pa, Namni Hobson, Esi in Kudium. Shannon said, Ghana Speaks is proudly brought to you by Ejumakwe. Ora Blackstar for Ora Blackstar Abba Wakache said obeboa mu nya ensase kama enei atwede kese a ekoso especially the capital ensase but no so just ensase no ensase wo hopa but say wo pe wo dream house we see wo dream house na what be a dan wo pe say wo si it say shape and wo pe say wo si it say fono no and wo pe say wo si mane den a wo hia wa sase 2 3 4 5 plot now they this aduma no eno na wo hwehwe wo na eno so na aye wo say asase ni ho na obede ni wanya asase ebi wo ho papa ora black star for abedwa so ka kire wo say bombodin a na ye den contact wo mo ora black star for no won mo ofanko he ya udru ofanko barrier ho a na office no ewo na won mo say men kan kire asase ne de mi kwaku ameti ha and I may guarantee I was CTV at the mouse. Or China weekend, Frewom, near Faunco site, and Copas as Libby Mam. One be class as Nama, Ope say young Kratamawa, or Mabe young Kratanama. A fees payment, payment schedule, one ben and Kakranka crack at the amount. M.Y. then with Tiakop Metama, Ubi TV, Nabi Biak, would be deemed Quadia, assassinate Tesla amount, fencing. Very moderate price I'll bet me etiana kakra shano so say nsase ne bebre na so so wo nkra ha say kwabenya bi wo ho denchira breku ensawom amasaman botiano nina ewo nkra ha ya nye chichichi o ahia na can you imagine say what asase wo kwabenya is about how many few minute drive to kwabenya no wedru what you say Mr. Obomodin na contact wo mo ewo 053 617-6327. Ora Black Star for Bejeswa a 053-617-6327. No majesu. Ora Black Star for some country bra. Uni problem bia na nioma ebe tutu ye. Kama. Imre mamencha oze. Ghana baby aso. One was sojano den ewa he. It was CTV under CMG, that's Class Media Group comes under hundreds of radio and TV stations. Juma, Ediama, Enfa, on my way. Sunyane 88.1 FM. I am wine and a dano, it was Sunyane. Mami Patricia Amponsa, Pat, and then about Irama. Bichiamo Dodo. Yes. And Pat, my sons also, I will show Venice. Happy Mother's Day ahead of Sunday. And then production team now will be a name me be feature or program we so. Production team MCR down. Yes. Ya bebo boy ya ma minimum din ni me ade. Ne ya bo ma baso. Sunday Mother's Day. There be some and I will catch ma me Kwaku kwabna kwado ama aswodin. O mame ka sembi kire no what you say na ne oma entimi nkuko yem Patricia Mponsa ono ye manager ema Sunyane FM anadwi o maso no den e wo Sunyane a meka say wo mo Sunyane for enso 80 e wo Sunyane FM 88.1 FM and of course e bi so amohwe e wo TV so wo TV ne digital flip through be ya CTV we nya nso akogo TV ubenya Go TV what you say and now so uko YouTube nso ana Facebook a ubenya wo my CTV GH takrade folk temo 99.1 FM nimni ade. The beautiful thing that Urban is the front line will go across all the regions. Yebekwa ko hostu Osunyane, yebekwa ko hostu Takrade, Kumasi, Volta region. They are connected all over Ghana and across the world. What do you make of it? Yes. Easy, sir. Big time. From the month of June, July, and yebeshia yes and any nano. Danakwemu. It's a make short break. Channel to say, Ora Black Star for Bejo, so Ochinanapa, Mungo dia Basakumu, Neamawasa Snibi, Nabibiano, and Tutuye. This is the front line. And of course, me call short break me bar. Ghana Speaks Bay take care of me. We are exclusive one-on-one with Hobson, Yalvi Adoye, coming up on your weekend frontline. Stick and stay. I'll be right back.
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Kamia yese anope bia wo Ghana no TV stations no so timi ya shepa
mema na se eno ni se ye onwoma ezanze no kra e waseti memufo no ete no enye no na adwumadi a ekoso anapa bia no e de ma omo the senti no CTV e de dwumadi aba yasesam kra ebe ka no kra a kyerete memufo e wo oman yi mu
awo dwumadi yi so no ye de nsem a age ntini ene ntere ha ana eba
ye behwe ya manyo nsem ye behwe ya pomuden nsem ye behwe ya entertainment ene ye agopamaso nsem na afi nsem a ehia e wo tememufo abrabom bia no ye bedi hu nkomo
esanse ahwene tipani animu ebi nyire nti no ye de nimdifo a omakwadre won nsem nimu na omo de adwenkyere enu nkyekiremu e de aba
hyade nso sa dwumadi enye yenko ene ete ha na yedi ye ne wo temamuni ene di sa dwumadi eti wo akwanya se won so befa phone na wa frɛ no wa kyerɛ wa adwen e wo dwumadi so
enti ka ye ho efri edadwoada kosi efiada no nsia kopim no ndu anopa bia midin de Dr. Annan
midin Afra the voice
enti ka ye ho abra yesi nkonwa e wo CTV dwabo ase dwumadi
Apostle Francis Odro World Outreach Ministry akawo ho biom the School of Ministry nyame enam Apostle Francis Odro so nyame adon wo so ana wo da eso ene yisremu kire se nyame aton sa afraw amanyame adwuma ana mpo se wo nyame sumu dada nanso unim adom kura e wa wo so ene na akwanya beda ho ma wo se woni the School of Ministry ebesua de
enti wo ba chew na wo feeder Ubeda operate.
School of Ministry Bemau a boarding credibility say international certificate in ministry and international diploma in ministry.
Start the training now.
Mete one day that del era the friend. I prophet Isaac Wabena in Sia of Suhinijima, Captain Jesus Prayer House. So you can prophet we want somebody and pacho. There's a CTV and you want the full cry. You can yamini pen and go point in a chassis or CTV. A prophet Isaac of Suhinijima, Accra FM, #1 FM. Na ni just some unica some abama brabum say a free ne ni de biarada. Or for a hamachin or 9 biaradon 4 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Nyangopon nam prophet so kyerɛ ne ma ade sunsun fam ne honam fam wonyamesam ka ene akwankyerɛ a efi awurade mu obenya ne nyinaa wɔ CTV ene radio station pem ne di sa adwuma no nti anopa biara adwuma de ne din de ene awurade nhyaseɛ enti modern mo
Line.
is your weekend frontline. Folks, and I agree to on Ghana Speaks. Now Ghana Speaks and some any dibego ama Ghana penifobia. Now some penifo didn't care about that. The need to have some penifo son ebebafia near the sansemi atotoho amamo. Folks, nyebeteza. Tonight on Ghana Speaks, we here at the Frontline platform want to still urge Ghanaians to carry some form of prayers anytime you go on your knees for the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Kwaku, for safekeeping and protection from God. There may kind nan say Ghana for say a quote yanko to drain him one, Mr. Yeman Paye bin Koma or my penino. His Excellency Kwaku, the fact is said, or your president. None you may be. I have said this time and time, said dark clouds covering our airspace, and this dark clouds is quite heavy, troubling, and can confront the political stability of this country. As someone may catch them with and say, Mununkum kakrakebia bekata o meyi so na sa mununkum ya meka ho asemi ewuranom dachi bio encho sa mununkum ebe mimiyen ebe kata o meyi so once and for all, and there will be what? A total eclipse, or if you like, darkness. Na bia na woni bebia me free bentina ma wote ho you find yourself in the Alice of Wonderland. Na Kwaku crop person say, Ghana for netisa. And agree, they did kind of me bone for ni biatro. Tie video no mun sem ye. Me see then tie video no mun sem ye. Na fi mi bisa the government, the United States government, America for buying. Me kan wo mun krabata e wo memu ha said. Is the US government training any group of persons or person to stage any military coup in Ghana? And Kresa America buying one more training obi se omeye coup e wo Ghana ha. And Kresa American government in all training ni pebi so omeye coup o Mali, Niger, and some other parts of the African countries are now. And well, I don't know. I'm just asking these questions, folks. But I want you to take your time, watch this video carefully, listen to what is in the video, and make a sense of it all. Folks, anytime I come after your national security chiefs, and the hopes he has worked with them before, or no one who said, well, national security chiefs, you know. One ye Juma Bain, Bambo Ben on the board mino. I hope Bain on my ye, and now ye can say if you pray out to and day. Makachamo may say, Ghana, I am naked, complete naked. The president of this republic is naked. Anything can happen. When you talk about foreign aggression, it's a no-go area. Yes. I'm speaking to Ghanaians tonight. Wherever you are listening, you are hearing, watching. We are not in normal times. Take a listen to this video and listen carefully.
We certainly provide soldiers for that, yes.
General, do you know what is going on in Niger right now?
I know there's some challenges over there in Niger right now. I don't think that we are actually in charge of that mission that's on the ground.
Well, yeah, we just heard the Secretary say you've got soldiers there, so we're gonna dive into that to some extent. Do you know what the status is of diplomatic overflights to our installations in Niger?
Yeah, I'm vaguely tracking that's a challenge.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not a challenge, it's binary. Are we allowed right now to do diplomatic overflights in Niger? Yes or no?
I don't know exactly. I don't track that close.
You know if we're allowed to do those diplomatic overflights?
I don't, but I'm sure the AFRICOM commander does.
Yeah, but you guys just said it's in the budget you're asking for to do these training and equip missions. One of them is in Niger. In Niger right now, the government has stopped us from doing diplomatic overflight missions. So we have Army soldiers right now in Niger who aren't getting their troop rotations, who aren't getting their medicine, who aren't getting their supplies, who aren't getting their mail, and then the two senior people in the United States Army are sitting before me, and it's like, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Are you going to do anything for the soldiers that are in Niger right now who can't get medicine? Yes or no?
Congressman, certainly we can talk to General Langley and make sure that...
I've talked to General Langley. He comes in here and never has really good answers. I mean, I asked him for information about how many of the coup leaders we had trained, including in Niger, and Ghana, and Mali, and the Ivory Coast, and he didn't even produce his report on time. So pardon me for a lack of confidence in General Langley. What I'm telling the two of you is that you have a responsibility for these soldiers in Niger. And General, you would agree with me with the premise that we should never sacrifice the well-being of our service members to avoid political embarrassment, right?
Congressman, I'll tell you, I'm not tracking that somebody in Niger is not getting their medicine or their mail, but I will follow up.
You don't even know the status of diplomatic overflights. How about the great power competition? You would agree on training and equip missions. We would never want Russian soldiers at the U.S. installation where we're doing training and equip, right? That's not even a tough question. You would agree?
Yes.
And so if there were Russian soldiers behind the wire at Airbase 101 in Niger, where we have soldiers doing the training and equip mission, that would concern you, wouldn't it? Right. Well, I'm here to tell you we've received reports that they run out of medicine in May, that they cannot get their troop rotations. And you know why you don't know that? Because it's a cover-up. Because the U.S. Embassy in Niger is covering it up because of Secretary Blinken's embarrassment. Because Blinken went there in March of 2023 and said this was the centerpiece of our Africa strategy. This was the model of resilience. And then, lo and behold, the very coup leader we trained takes over the country. And then we struggle with whether or not to call it a coup. We've now called it a coup. Since we've called it a coup, now they won't let us get folks in and out. And so I'm looking at what could erupt as another Benghazi, where there is no mission to do. There is no train and equip right now with the coup leaders. So we got a bunch of people sitting around without their supplies, without their medicine, and the whole reason intelligence isn't getting to us is because the embassy is blocking it because Blinken is humiliated that this failed. And I've used my 5 minutes on everything in the Army right now because I have constituents who are there in Niger and they're wondering how to get water. Did you know they can't even get clean water? Did you know that the partner nations that we have at that base with our soldiers, the partner nations, the Italians and the Germans, they've stopped cooperating with us. They won't even help us get provisions to our troops because of the status forces agreement that we have with the government being deemed invalid. I am just a country lawyer from North Florida, but this strikes me as something the two of you should know about.
We provide soldiers for that, yes.
General, do you know what's going on in Niger right now?
I know there's some challenges over there in Niger right now, and I don't think that we are actually in charge of that mission that's on the ground.
Well, yeah, we just heard the Secretary say you've got soldiers there, so we're gonna dive into that to some extent. Do you know what the status is of diplomatic overflights to our installations in Niger?
Yeah, I'm vaguely tracking that that's a challenge.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not a challenge, it's binary. Are we allowed right now to do diplomatic overflights in Niger? Yes or no?
I don't know exactly. I don't track them that close. I don't think
we're allowed to do those diplomatic overflights.
I don't, but I'm sure the AFRICOM commander does.
Yeah, but you guys just said it's in the budget you're asking for to do these training and equip missions. One of them is in Niger. In Niger right now, the government has stopped us from doing diplomatic overflight missions. So we have Army soldiers right now in Niger who aren't getting their troop rotations, who aren't getting their medicine, who aren't getting their supplies, who aren't getting their mail, and the two senior people in the United States Army are sitting before me, and it's like, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Are you going to do anything for the soldiers that are in Niger right now who can't get medicine? Yes or no?
Congressman, certainly. We can talk to General Langley and make sure that...
Oh, I've talked to General Langley. He comes in here and never has really good answers. I mean, I asked him for information about how many of the coup leaders we had trained, including in Niger and Ghana and Mali and the Ivory Coast, And he didn't even produce his report on time. So pardon me for a lack of confidence in General Langley. What I'm telling the two of you is that you have a responsibility for these soldiers in Niger. And General, you would agree with me with the premise that we should never sacrifice the well-being of our service members to avoid political embarrassment, right?
Congressman, I will tell you, I'm not tracking that somebody in Niger is not getting their medicine or their mail, but I will follow up.
You don't even know the status
after
of
this.
diplomatic overflights. How about the great power competition? You would agree on train and equip missions. We would never want Russian soldiers at the U.S. installation where we're doing train and equip, right? That's not even a tough question.
Great, folks. And I'm sure so all of you. Ubia waso ewo from biano. What's it? Their generals, catch U.S. congressman. Now guess what? Are they training people to take over the government of Ghana? Is there an impending military coup? Coup is Mali, Niger, and all around us. Did you hear that? Mote, to the Montratra Jubilee House, Blue Gate, and all installations in Montratra, Honamunye Anapa, Eviania Nadro. Na media mekan say ya na about 3 weeks ago, if I recall, I said it here. Me say ebiana election 2024 abatono no ebiana yanto. Yebeto so a minim who ena omde ne besi akonwa so. Me pese mekan bebre na kwaye se Kwaku no kansem. Tonight, Ghana Speaks would be short. However, we shall pose some questions to the following persons. Afisa anepe yebe pose questions be their mama. Although we know they won't come out to answer the questions, but still, we shall table the questions. 1. We demand to know from the 7-member ad hoc committee chaired by Honorable Samuel Atachia, a member of parliament for Achimebwakwa South constituency. Where is the report of the committee? Atachia wada ad hoc committee nano. The 7-member committee munamuko investigate the Inspector General of Police and some piano ye be so attached as a report na ewe. Number 2, did the reports actually made some adverse findings against the Inspector General of Police? Ye bisa report na eka bibi so a ensem fata ewa IGP ni ho a ese Ghana fu hu ana na be de ba asem. Number 3, when is the committee going to release that report? That being we release the report. 4, why has it taken the committee such a long time before today? Mosha Sisa Motna say how many days, weeks, month? Today in report in my 5, is the committee trying hard to cover up some adverse findings against the IGP? And now so baby Edrey and sembi womwa ebuegu at IGP neswa more try some ubesiese no yibie free mwana sa na asem ne tie but makane several times say ora Samuel Atachie, do not try this because answer na mo be tro report no and will be kind of before he was yekuta bibia na me twa mo the report na ba a white paper be kan I don't know me twa mo. Ghanaians will know the extrajudicial killings, the pseudo organizations, IGP, Ate Ghana police, when we have to know all of it. We need to know. Ghanaians must know. And in a segment we hear from Ghana Speaks, Ghana for so muhu. Now some questions for or to the Inspector General of Police himself, Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare himself. We want him to help us clarify the circumstances surrounding the above. The above what? 1. What is this volcanic lava What is this volcanic lava streaming in the police administration? IGP. A volcanic lava bang and I ain't suira and non police administration. A dear Bassem. I didn't cost for Ghana police moi a brand for Debe Migu National Security Force. Na Asem Kasia Ebu Bowo Ghana Police Administration mono. Hey, a horse asamonko. Ghana Police Service, IGP. What is this gross discrepancies, i.e., promotions for police administration, apparently going down the abyss, and the serious and the dangerous impact it's going to have on the service? Again, promotions, basa, ekoso, ewo Ghana Police Service. Dioba police mo nanu yen. There be, for some reasons, IGP promoted to pay above 10 senior officers. What is going on? Will be by police within 2 years. Now, any people police service for more than 10 years, 15 years. Now, IGP a promoted to pay above some penny. Now, what what are you calling for? Are you calling for the morals of the service to go down? Now, about IGP, don't you know, sir, the promotion now, yadema servicemen, motivation. Look, military, police, fire service, national security, all the security services. Sometimes, me to me, I say, when I get to a human piece, one more ranks. Meboa, one more casem, Kwaku. One more ranks. The ranks, yadema service people we serve as a motivation to the servicemen. Enunti and yakase services to God and country. Because police officer na semnese ono de say ye na yadano one obechi soldier no fire service man no immigration officer no custom officer no. This is what they are all for. Other than that, omo. So, promotion at the moment, a motivational, Emma a boost morale at the age. IGP, they are away. Now, can you imagine, say, a police officer has been promoted 3-4 times within a year? Yeah, neighbor beson, obese promotion, nini party to her on form of promotion, mom. What is this selective kind of promotional service in the Ghana Police Administration? Now, Ora Interior Minister, look, wake up. Interior Minister, Messi, wake up. IGP na dia warrior no ho. Meaning say all of you are picking intelligence. Look, in the coming days, now the National Security Police, muna ejada mufie ho. Ejada ho papa. Na mentias here, and I know say asema mi kan police council in Penifo are aware and they are not happy yet. They cannot tell the IGP, say, IGP, are and send them fata. Can you imagine? A young police officer will be promoted above his seniors. To the extent, say, send you pay IGP to me promoting the bear 3 times. Now, one more. What will promotional, you know, a do no. IGP is a main family. And then IGP will patch. What have these officers done to you? Why? Na mamenshaha. Na mibisau. How in the regulatory order of the police service a police operative can be promoted 3 times ahead of his senior colleagues before the year will end, as well be promoted during the year, whilst others have not yet received 1 promotion ever since? Why? Inspector General of Police, DNTR, what is going on in the police service? And you may be no radam paria or Nina Ekopie ad hoc committee name. I may try no report number. But I can only end with a question. So, question nano. Sir, discrepancies way
of these promotions are air koswa. Why are selective in the promotions? Some top police officers were marked retirement as our promotion on Mansanka. Yet, womuna diamemfe edukufie. And then, one more police, let me say, Siana, sad way caution, womuna is steady, and one more lenses, air IGP. No. As some Kesebi besi Ghana. Eranum, Shami Gosu Kasatra Ghana flow. As some Kesebi bow, na Frank I insist. The national security chiefs in the air, the domestic police for and penny for and so air, come on. Assembly. Till I made a make catcher one and say, more fun pie be and come on penny for no munyanka kaye, no muntime reason. Because so or come for pabet no manim, and more come for bonia babe 2 fois. O mine be bot ni na so ye beji yesapi wo manim. Na mamemra chief of staff. Mami Frema opare or say opare now whichever the way goes. Chief of staff. Mami Frema or say opare. And I'm eba also. Office of the President, Jubilee House. We here at the front line want a confirmation or she may want to deny of the following. A report prepared by some high-ranking national security operatives on the following persons: Coordinator Edward Kwaku Asmeni. Yes. Edward Kwaku Asmeni, and Director of Intelligence Bureau Nana Tobra. The report apparently came to Jubilee House for the president perusal. However, the Chief of Staff Office intercepted the report and called both intelligence chiefs and gave copies of the report to them. Mami Fremo Pare, Yapesi Ebisa, would you come out and confirm this or deny this? Kratebia emuye hua and somewhere woman Ghana for anu shiye. Na krata no na eko omampeni aso eso omampeni hwem for ne perusa. Chief of Staff Office woman intercept report no. Or intercept report no and wo frɛ sa mpenifo no a intelligence chiefs no ofre wonom. Edo mo trase na ode copies de ma mo se monyina mo hwem. Nsɛm a yɛatra fa mo ho. Yɛka say report no enkoduru omampeni hoye. Yes. We have a copy. Now me pese Chief of Staff Mami Fremo say opare come out and tell us. And that's all we want to know. When we say Ghana for Ntikweku, Muntema say me bisa Ghana mpenimfo muna mu ye the movers and the shakers so muna mu control Ghana's consolidated fund. Muna mu sika fa mo sem. Now so ye be bisa mo asema a border on Ghana mu ya no da. Na mo tetempu mechi na mo hwede ekọ. This action by Chief of Staff indeed have risked the lives of these high-ranking officers of the National Security Agency. And we want the Chief of Staff to respond to the above development. It's a developing story and we are following. Afiyanko, the third person. Dr. Isaac Owusu Mensah. Ononoye, Director of Research, Office of the President. Again, the frontline want to also pose this question to Dr. Isaac Owusu Mensah, Director of Research, Office of the President. Did he apparently speak to some persons or a person that he was going to deliver the report to the President about the National Security Coordinator, Kwaku Asmeni, and later turn out, rather, he secured some form of compromise position with the National Security Coordinator? Can he come out and confirm? Mr. Owusu Mensah, wait me about one thing. Say, sa report here na no Monday, Wednesday, ye be di hu nkomo yi. Na woni mpenifo bi di hu nkomo say wo de koma president no. E ba na say, e ne kura say woni the National Security Coordinator Edward Kwaku Asmeni e ko di nkomo bi, and out of some common compromise your position, and so that report didn't go to the president. Now let me say this. Colonel Opoku, wherever you are, Colonel Opoku, may say wherever you are in Ashanti region, you are saying on some MPP platforms, they should not give any credence to that report. But Colonel Opoku, once upon a time, you have been a national security coordinator before. Ewa him from Blue Gate before you do call. You him from Ashanti region or wherever the commanding sector you do call. And you know some of this. Now, who Colonel Opoku na wo talk? You are a very good friend, but I don't care whether being a friend. I have to shame you, expose you. And you man we are on national security. Colonel Opoku, so one come one tuma, I will expose you so bad. Now Ghana for me, when you say before Ghana, any of the armed forces, I'm telling you, our commanding officer, Lieutenant General Pompepra, will call you to order. Perhaps it will lead to your dismissal. Colonel Opoku, when I make us ask him which now, mempen some fun. I am aware and I'm monitoring some MPP platform. Colonel Opoku, now no report here due to it. Colonel Opoku is talking to some MPP top hierarchy. Say, hey, womunya de womunya. Na kwekwana kofa report tibia. No beka ho asem na yabeka national security report. Absolutely rubbish and balderdish. How dare you talk like this? Okobisa Owusu, did you go and ask Dr. Isaac Owusu said, did he actually receive the report or he did not? At what point Kwekwana could be making story out of that report? By the way, those your unscrupulous national security officers should come out and answer questions. They won't come. So, Colonel Opoku, you are a friend, but I'm sorry. If you want to talk to MPP people, get your facts. One kasano atento Russia woto. Mesime bow so you are a friend and I want you to stay cool. What could you post as I say, are you brigadier? Please, Colonel Opoku, stay there. And Nyoma we your Blue Gates. And Nyoma we among Fosika was short change about bottom. The properties you have in this country. Hey, my goodness. Hey, Colonel Opoku, please stop this. Stop this. I have so much report about you. Okay? There's a highly explosive material, well acidic enough, landed in this country. As far as Ghana Revenue Authority we're investigating this acidic material. Ghana for being one day, how this material got missing at Himfa Port and Harbors. Courtesy why Colonel Opoku. Colonel, don't go there. Don't provoke me to the brim. And yes, sir, me no be rough. One more good national security, one more let us deal with them because they are not there in their own private capacity. They are there in the capacity as what? Servants and services to God and country. When you post no do brigadier, come on to and do brigadier no. I will be our Southern Command. Please, now, Aya Ora, a friend is saying, Owusu, ya de wasi ho. Ya pese we den, uba na ube church ube deny sansem. Finally, now to the National Security Coordinator himself. Aya Edward Kwaku Asumeni and a yeba also. The front line wants his confirmation to this report, or he should come out and deny. Did he try to force his building opposite the Foreign Affairs Ministry? Kwaku Asumeni wo dan bi e Foreign Affairs Ministry or Mirage 2. Mabeka ho asem, but up to now ontimi fa enekre ne mai. Na mi bisa no, did he try to force his building opposite the Foreign Affairs Ministry down the throats of the national security to rent at an inflated cost of $200 million United States dollars for over 10 years, and after the period, the property would return to him. And yes. And the National Security Coordinator, Kwaku Asumeni, what the dino ASL would the be rented national security? $200 million, 10 years. We are automatically a dino beba won't change. Did you do that? Ibisao. But the other me wishing is there. And then Koba say, Kwaku, me can some gumu so keke. Na chemu yin sem na no. Na Ghana for na mo sum wo mo no. ehu ne kure na so mo ma abontene you want to keep quiet ba me enem penifo for na maybe someone say IGP sa indiscriminate appointments na wo ye on ye twen na in the coming days a jabeso headquarters wo police service chief of staff report ebedi ho report no wo de afa kwan bi so fa koma president Akufo-Addo Monfa report no go and give it to President Akufo-Addo. President no mo bokeke. Akufo-Addo wo mo bo too much. Monfa report no come no. What was say director of research or office of the if the president is not there, nobody at the Jubilee House has work to do, including the chief of staff. Now so Isaac Owusu, Dr. Isaac Owusu Mensah couldn't even see the need necessary relevance, importance to say Nensaka security report what kind we no do you know the writer of that report no why India one for report and command the intelligentsia but he brought the report to your office and an make a say report no also was not copied though the Govt wrote the report and sent it to his office straight up. One copy obia. Do you know why? Because the writer of the report tonight, breaking code the writer of that intelligence report doesn't believe all of the above. The intelligence chiefs, the whoever, all of them, he doesn't believe anybody. But opposite president who be a course or no one can say President Akufo-Addo, ni nephew, Annan se ni nyo ne den eye Gabi Esario Sasare Ochredako e kwanya ene brabonia wode Dankwa Institute or the yeden or the babe say ni tu ne firi ade so. The last person I question say no Gabi Afi Gabi Asorochidako. I'm looking at you in my camera wherever you are in the world or in Ghana. Me here mo about 48 hours. Come and tell Ghanaians why you took it upon yourself at the blind side of the president to be changing the security chiefs in the country and intelligence chiefs. Why Gabi would have to do this? Bibizao. Gabi Asorochidako and control Facebook. Come issue a statement, proper statement. A Ghana for you who say Kwaku Annan is a liar. Other than that, from a near Makasa we say Gabi Asorochidako went to Myanmar. We are truthful, you coachini. Now we are nipa bonini. Now we are the enemy of the state. That will be the name. Tonight, if Gabi Asorochidako went to Myanmar one time, and be yin someone Ghanaians and the governing party NPP see Gabi is the enemy of the state. And me didn't see her. Me call short break. Me ba Ghana Speaks extension, of course, with Hobson Yalvi Adoye exclusive one-on-one coming shortly straight at your door. WhatsApp messages, of course, will be to me about 020-297-3461 Ebek and Kanina at the amount. Ghana Speaks, and of course, this has been your weekend frontline with Kwaku Annan. Stick and stay as I go for a short break.